Slim Olson again. This video is based on education about laws, books, and firearms. Oh, and this new gun I just got, and it's unloaded. I gotta pull the slide back. She's unloaded. Cute little guy. Don't use this if it comes down to any life or death situation. For some reason I've been having problems with it. Now, if you live in the state of Florida or North Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, or South Carolina, I highly suggest that you purchase this book right here. Florida Firearms, Law, Use, and Ownership, 8th edition. Explaining Florida and federal laws on firearms, weapons, and self-defense with Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, and South Carolina. By John H. Gmacher. I don't know if that's German. Spelled capital G U T Macher. If you live in the state of Florida, this is a book that you would like to own. It covers everything on multiple levels, including Florida and federal firearm and weapon laws, Florida's self-defense laws, stand your ground law, vehicle carry of a firearm or weapon, common weapon crimes, Florida carry laws, purchase, sale, age, and prohibited things, prohibitions, Florida concealed weapons license, what to do if stopped or arrested, firearm modifications including NFA, insurance and civil issues, Alabama and Georgia law covered, North and South Carolina law covered, use in over 80 law enforcement agencies, including 7 police academies in the state of Florida. Over 192,000 copies sold, updated free on the web on new laws. It is also $34.95 MSRP. It covers a little bit of everything that you need to know and some, including how to defend yourself against an animal, whether it be a protected Florida panther, alligator, bear, dog, hog, wild boar, how to travel properly, lawyers, law firms, bail bonds, a little bit of everything. If you do decide to get a CWL in the state of Florida, if you live in the state of Florida, that is covered under the Department of Agriculture. Depending on where you're at in the state, prices vary on that. But it's very important that you know your laws and you know what you're doing whenever you go to pursue something of that nature. If you do live in Florida and decide to pursue a CWL, you'll receive something like this in your concealed and carry class. I understand this is backwards because of the fact I'm using a webcam, so I'll read it off to you. For the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, Division of Licensing. Florida Concealed Weapons or Firearms License Application. Quote, includes application instructions and Chapter 790 Florida statutes. Unquote. Super important. How we doing, Pops? Yes.
Only about you.
That's the saran wrap we've been waiting on. You have all 790 statutes are clearly listed in this. If you live in the state of Florida and you pursue concealed weapons license, you will receive about 2 of those booklets of statutes. When everything goes through, this is what your card will look like in the state of Florida. Blue on the top, with your picture on the side. You can use this particular ID form as an ID. Say you're getting carded at a Hooters for perfect example. You can use that, but you cannot use it for the reasons behind if you try to prove a place of being a resident at a particular address. You cannot use it for that. Age verification, yes. I had so much to say on this video and I forgot. Oh, let me get back to my Springfield. Before I do, if you live in Florida and you want to know anything about anything, if it comes down to guns in Florida, carrying or not, or home defense, I suggest that you look up Florida Firearms Academy on Facebook. Tampa, Newport Richey. Excellent staff. Excellent firing range, and everyone is certified teachers, if you want to put it that way, on multiple different classes, and those include basic pistol classes, concealed and carry permit class, intermediate classes, advanced classes, GSW trauma classes, and that covers all kinds of stuff, and I'll cover that on another video. I must speak about the Springfield one more time. This firearm is unloaded. Like I had mentioned previously in my last 3 videos, you have a 7+1 magazine, which is this cute little guy. When you hold this gun, +1 magazine inside of it, you'll notice your pinky hangs over just a hair. Sure, you would imagine putting this in will fit you. Perhaps it will. Depends on the shooter. You could also take, like I mentioned in my last video, You can take this off. It's very flush. It's very snug. Or you can have it bare naked lady. That's what it will look like. This seems to work best for me. Besides having the standard 7+1. For some reason, perhaps because it's me shooting it, it seems to fit best. Even if you have a grip extension on the 7+1 magazine, for some reason this didn't work for me if it came down to accuracy, downrange shooting brass. I don't know why. The reason I don't know why is because of the fact I don't have my hours on the range yet. I'm new to it. I'm certainly not going to qualify myself as an intermediate shooter. I'll qualify myself, as much as I don't want to say it, I'll qualify myself as a beginner. This little guy right here and this gun is what's most comfortable for me. Always keep that in mind. And I'm a cocky motherfucker. Always keep that in mind. And if you don't, especially if you're doing personal one-on-one training or training with a class, you are going to want to believe in what you think you already know compared to what a professional is telling you over your back right or left shoulder. Keep that in mind. If you don't have that mentality, then I'm no expert or nothing, but you probably just simply don't want to learn. That's not safe, especially in this kind of culture or lifestyle or hobby, whatever you want to call it. I am not a lawyer. I don't suggest that anyone does anything that I had spoke of in the beginning of the video with the particular law books and paperwork that I was speaking of earlier. Go with your heart and go with the law. Make sure that you study that more than you study your own firearm. Otherwise, it could be dangerous for yourself. This is Slim Olson. Don't forget, you don't want this whenever shit hits the fan. Y'all stay safe.